Terra Academy Madison. I'm going to be going over a few drills and movements today that will help strengthen and stabilize your shoulders. We do a lot of these movements in Jiu-Jitsu as well as in the Jiu-Jitsu warm-up. Shoulder stability and strength is very important in Jiu-Jitsu because Jiu-Jitsu puts a lot of strain on our shoulders. Not just from joint locks like the Kimura and the Americana, but also just from rolling in general. We're constantly posting on the mats, preventing ourselves from getting swept and just keeping our base. So there's always this impact on our shoulders in Jiu-Jitsu. And the stronger and more stable our shoulders are, the less likely we're going to get injured. And in the case that we do get injured, the stronger our shoulders are, the faster we'll be able to bounce back from that injury and get back on the mats and start training again. So I'm going to show these exercises one by one, and then I'm going to show you guys a way to sort of chain them together and make them into kind of like a flow roll. I hope you guys enjoy this stuff. Again, these are really great exercises to use as a warm-up or just a part of your daily drilling. Because a lot of these techniques are techniques that we do in Jiu-Jitsu. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Have fun, guys.
So we'll start here just by crawling forward and backwards. It's pretty simple. I keep my spine parallel to the ground, my butt low. When I'm walking forward, I'm pushing with my feet and pulling with my hands. When I walk backwards, I'm pushing with my hands and pulling with my feet. So next we'll be doing crawling laterally in incline plane. So you can see my body here is positioned like the top of a push-up position. And I'm just traveling down the mats, bringing my hands together and my feet apart. Next we'll do the same thing except doing crossovers. So one hand goes over, then under, and then under the other arm. And again, I go all the way down the mats and then all the way back, making sure to hit both sides equally. Next, we will be doing Jiu-Jitsu style crawling. So as you can see here, my knees are bent. I'm not in an inclined plane, just bringing my hands together, my feet apart, going back and down the mats. And now, same thing, Jiu-Jitsu style crawling, but with the crossovers. One hand over the other, down and back. And then here we will be doing free crawling. So I'm just combining all of those things together. Crawling forward, backward, laterally, just being creative. It's a great way to build a lot of shoulder mobility and stability and get a great warm-up too. It's also good for your hips and your legs. Next, we're going to be rolling like an egg. So this isn't something we see in Jiu-Jitsu a lot. I'm just grabbing the backs of my thighs, rolling very gently, not going over my neck, just going over my shoulders. This is an awesome way to sort of warm up all the muscles of the back and shoulders. Next, we'll be rolling over the shoulder, but we're just going to tap our foot instead of rolling all the way over. So when I roll over my right side, I just tap my right foot. And then when I roll over my left side, I tap my left foot. Notice here that I'm just rolling over my shoulder. I am not rolling over my neck or my head. And I'm just going back and forth nice and gentle. Here we're just going to be rolling all the way over the shoulder and then doing a front roll back to the neutral position, more or less staying stationary. Notice I'm not touching my head or going over my neck. I'm just rolling purely over my shoulder. This is a really great way to warm up all the muscles in your back and shoulders that are associated with rolling. On to lateral rolling. It's very important you fix your hair first. I'm going to grab the backs of my thighs. I'm going to roll purely over my shoulders here. Notice that my toes are touching the mat and I'm in this inverted position. My body is sort of shaped like an L. My body stays basically in the same shape every time I roll. I'm just rolling purely over my shoulders, sort of like a log roll, but again in an inverted position. It's very important that you do both sides, like most things. So going all the way down the mat and then back. Next, we're going to be doing hop-ups, so I travel my hands forward. I go down into sort of like a push-up position, and then I pop my hips forward. When my hips pop forward, my feet will replace my hands, and I stand up in a base position, making sure that my back stays straight. I go all the way down the mat and then back for the traveling hop-ups. And next, I do the same thing. It's just stationary, so I do one rep, and then I turn around, and then I do the other. The harder you sort of slap the mat when you're traveling forward, the more shoulder stability work you'll get in this exercise. Now we'll be doing sit-outs, so I start in this four-pointed stance. I am going to replace one hand with my leg, so my leg kind of moves forward as I sit my hips through, and you notice here my elbow is going back. My chest and hips are facing toward the ceiling at the end of each rep, and then I just go back and forth. Next, the same exact technique, except we're going to be traveling. So at the end of every single rep, I kind of step my hand forward a little bit, allowing me to travel down the mats. Again, notice here that I'm sitting my hips through. My leg is not going to the side, but it's kind of going forward a little bit, and I'm throwing that elbow back on every single rep. I go down all the way and then back. And next we'll be doing up dog, down dog. So to get into the down dog position, I'm going to first start in this kneeling table position. So my hips are stacked above my knees, my hands are slightly in front of my shoulders, and I'm going to roll over the tops of my feet, pressing my chest towards my knees and driving my heels towards the ground. When I'm ready, I'm going to swing my hips forward into up dog. Notice in up dog that I'm pulling my chest forward in front of my biceps and shoulders, and I'm ready to go back up into down dog. I just press my butt back, and then we'll do some fast reps here, dropping the hips on each rep and then lifting them, going from down dog to up dog, from down dog to up dog. Again, in up dog, make sure that you're pulling your chest in front of your shoulders and bringing your shoulders back. And finally, we're going to put it all together in a flow drill. So I'm just kind of going through each of the movements one by one, not in any sort of order. I'm being creative. So here I'm doing some lateral rolling, getting up and doing some up dog, down dogs, hop up and do a hop up, go and do a back roll, another back roll, do some crawling, pivoting on one arm. Then I'll do some sit-outs here, maybe combine a sit-out with a front roll, and just sort of moving. Be creative here, have fun. This is a great way to build a lot of stability in your shoulders. I've had a lot of shoulder dislocations, and this has helped me tremendously to rehab and prehab my shoulders, both preventing dislocations from happening and then helping me heal for them really quick by building strong shoulders. I hope you guys have fun with this and benefit from the movements we've gone over here. Have fun, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below.